Breaking news. The neighbors have called a community meeting. Apparently somebody's king has gone missing. Welcome to Chess Africanism, where we don't just teach chess, we marinate it, we season it, then we serve it hot. Now grab a plate. Today's special, the Sicilian defense. White starts with e4. I answer with c5. The Sicilian defense. This opening doesn't ask, how are you? It asks, are your affairs in order? Because somebody is going home early.
FBI, open up!
White develops the knight. I quietly play e6. No rushing. You don't cook pap with a flamethrower. White develops the bishop. I play d6. Now both families have arrived at the wedding. Everyone is smiling, taking pictures, pretending they like each other. Give it 5 moves. The chairs will start flying. White pushes b3. Preparing to develop the bishop, I calmly play a6. I'm not attacking yet. I'm just putting the kettle on. The water hasn't even boiled. White develops the bishop. I immediately respond with b5. Translation. This neighborhood is full. The bishop looks around, packs his bags, and quietly moves again. Rent is expensive. Now, my bishop comes to b7. Look at him. Quiet, respectful. But don't let that fool you. He's that church elder who knows every family secret before Sunday service. He hasn't said a word, but he's already judging everybody. White develops the queen. I bring out my knight to f6. Everything still looks normal. That's exactly how good traps work. They never arrive wearing a name tag. White pushes the pawn to e5. Very confident. The type of confidence people have before saying, I don't need Google Maps. 5 minutes later, they're asking for directions. I calmly move my knight to d5. No panic. No drama. Chess isn't about reacting. It's about preparing. White captures my pawn. I recapture with the bishop. Simple, natural, strong, like adding chakalaka to a braai. It just belongs. White castles, trying to keep the king safe. Cute. I develop my other knight to c6. Now every black piece has received the invitation. The kitchen is officially open. White pushes the c-pawn, trying to chase my knight away. I don't leave. I jump to f4. Now, the knight is looking at everything. The queen, the king, the dark squares. He's basically that one auntie who somehow knows who's dating who before they even make it official. White moves the queen. And now, watch carefully. My knight captures on d3. Boom. The bishop is gone. Everybody watching is thinking, Black just sacrificed a knight. Relax. Have you ever watched a soapy? The main character doesn't disappear in episode 4. That's just the plot twist before the real drama begins. White captures my knight with the queen. Now my bishop quietly captures the pawn on h2. Check. The bishop didn't knock. He just walked into the house, opened the fridge, looked around, and said, so, who's cooking? White has no choice but to capture the bishop. Perfect. Exactly according to the recipe. And now, the queen enters the chat. Queen captures on d3. Ladies and gentlemen, Mama has arrived. When the queen starts collecting furniture, it's time to move house. White captures a pawn on b5. Trying to stay positive. You know that person who says, it's not that bad. Meanwhile, the roof is on fire. I calmly capture back with the a-pawn. No rush. The food is still marinating. White develops the knight to f3. I bring my knight to b4. Pressure, pressure, more pressure. Like hearing. We need to talk. Nobody enjoys that sentence. White jumps with the knight to e5. Trying to look active. Trying to create tricks. I simply centralize my queen to d5. Now she's controlling the kitchen, the living room, even the neighbor's yard. At this point, the queen isn't walking anymore. She's conducting traffic. White develops the other knight to a3. Looks harmless. Looks innocent. Looks like someone saying, next thing, the sun is coming up. Then comes the final ingredient. My queen quietly slides to g2. Checkmate. Game over. No fireworks. No shouting. Just a perfectly cooked meal. Do you see what happened? The checkmate didn't appear out of nowhere. It was marinated. Every move added another ingredient. A little pressure, a little patience, a little peri-peri, a little chakalaka. By the time White realized what was cooking, they had already become today's special. That's the beauty of the Sicilian defense. It doesn't always beat you with one big punch. Sometimes it smiles, offers you a cold drink, calls you my brother, then quietly changes the locks while you're still inside. Here's today's lesson. Don't rush your attack. Let your pieces arrive one by one. An attack is like a good braai. You don't throw everything onto the fire at once. You prepare, you season, you wait, and when the time is right, you serve. And remember, here at Chess Africanism, every chess game is a new episode. Every opening is a new recipe. Every checkmate is the season finale. So grab another plate, because we're cooking again next episode.